welcome back to another episode of Mima on Cloud City.
Back at it.
So, let's just get into this. Tonight's topic is going to be about gender roles in the household, our household. Um, so, you want to kick it off?
Alright. So this is how we get along, alright? I remember we was getting interviewed by a photographer about a year ago, and she had asked, who wears the pants in a relationship?
Sure, start
Yeah. So I figured the best way to answer that was, and it's the truth, in my opinion, we each have a pant leg, okay? So nobody's wearing the pants, but we're both very passionate and strong people. We do have a voice in a relationship and in life, so each of us is going to say something if we're passionate about something, make a stand, put our foot down about something. So there's no, you the wife, I'm the husband, stay on that side, listen to what I say. You know, that stuff doesn't work with her, and she know that stuff don't work with me. So
It doesn't.
we both just get along because we know each other well, and we're releasing the feelings we have about certain things, so we're healthy, and it just makes everybody happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. It's not no dictatorship where it's like you have to do as I say, you have to do happy wife, happy life. Yes, that is true. But our gender role thing is like he said. He wears one leg, I wear the other. It's 50-50. There's no one person doing more. We both try to do the most to secure the household and to keep the marriage happy and going and the communication flowing. Because I know in the beginning, before we were married, we struggled a little because I felt like he just was like, this is that, da 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 da, no compromise, just like, this is what I like, and who cares what you want.
Cutthroat try.
Yeah, and that's just how, he handles life or things. And I told him, like, well, now you're in a relationship, and it's about compromise. It can't always be your way and what you want. So I have a strong personality too. It's not just all him. We both do. So we had to come and meet each other halfway, because we both have strong personalities. So it can easily be like, well, you got to do what I want, or he got to do what I want. So that was a little struggle for us at a point, but we knew that on top of all that, we loved each other, and we didn't want to let stubbornness break up the relationship. And it was stupid things like, let's just compromise. So I believe gender roles can work when it's juggled and it's shared. I don't believe that one person should be carrying more weight than the other. I just think that both people need to make the effort to juggle the weight, to do their part. Nobody should be relaxing and not doing enough. Everybody should carry their load. So that's how gender roles work in our house. I mean, for finances and stuff, I don't know, that's not important as long as our bills are paid. And we have shelter, we have food. There's some women that believe like, oh, they shouldn't have to do anything. The man should do everything. I don't necessarily feel like that, because those are some women that also don't want to do things for themselves. They feel like they should be kept women. And I've always been very independent, so I don't want to have anybody have that type of control or power over me, where it's like I have to be running to you for money and stuff like that. I'm a boss. I like to go out there and get what I want. So I don't like to wait around and ask people to do things for me.
Either.
So he's like that too. So that's where it goes back to the 50-50 thing. Like, I'm not going to be asking for an allowance or, permission to buy anything. Like, that's just not, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for us. Like, he works hard all week. He works 2 jobs, so do I. If he wants to buy himself a cigar and I want to buy myself some shoes, I'm not going to stop him.
I'll get you a cigar too.
Nah, he give me some makeup or some accessories. But, it's like, he has no say in that because I work hard for my money and he works hard for his money. So, it just works that way. I just don't feel like things work when you're trying to take over people's happiness or tell them what they can spend their money on and what they can't buy, or me saying, okay, you work, give me all the money. You can't have no fun. You just work, 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 and give me the check. Like, you know.
It's not healthy. I think on the low, subconsciously, I came across the realization, things got real for me that I don't have it figured out, okay? Neither does she have anything figured out. But together, we're gonna figure out things the way life's gonna work, okay? We don't have any kids. When we have kids, there's no handbook on how to take care of them. So for me to come in and say, no, you're not doing this, you're not doing, we both figure it out together. If I don't have it figured out, I'm not gonna tell you how the household should be ran and everything.
True. This is our first time doing this.
Exactly.
Our first marriage, our first time trying to figure things out together as a couple. Like, we learning together, so I can't put expectations on him and that I myself don't have figured out. So
yeah, so that's how that came. Like, okay, well, maybe you know what you're doing with this particular thing. Maybe I know what I'm doing with this particular thing, and again, that's where that passion comes out. And if it don't work, then we got each other's back when we fix the situation. So there's no time for pointing fingers and you know, acting crazy.
And I feel like there's no like you said, there's no handbook or guide. Everybody's household is different. Everything works differently for different people.
Right.
You know, everybody's situation is different. You have some people that have come into a marriage and they have a child, you know, prior to that marriage, and they have expenses, you know, set aside for them and that child. Now they have to put their partner in the mix. You know, it's a lot of things. So, you know, what works for us as married people that don't have kids may not work for other people that have children outside of the marriage. So, you know, who are we to say, like, hey, this is how it goes, this is how it's going to work for you? What works for different people? Some people, you know, the wife makes more, the husband makes more, but you have to find the balance of what both of you guys are comfortable with. Don't get caught up in listening to people like, oh, well, I'm the woman, I shouldn't do this, or I'm the man, and I shouldn't have to cook, and all this stuff. Like, you know, it's stupid.
It's a distraction.
It is.
You could be living your life.
It's just to put stuff in your head. It's just negativity, and it's just unnecessary. It's like, if I'm out on the road and my husband is like, hey, I'm hungry, I'm not gonna feed him because he's the man. He should pay for everything. Like, I'm gonna pick up food for me and him. The same way if he's on the road and he's like, well, you're home, I'm stopping to get something to eat. You want something? Why take time to focus on stupidity of like, oh, I shouldn't have to buy myself a bottle of water. You're the man, you know. Women get caught up in that. It's stupid. There's so many other things in marriage that you have to worry about in life. Don't get caught up in that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? It's just silly things. You know, like, he gives me money every week. I take care of whatever I have to take care of the household. He does his part. I do my part. I'm happy. That's it. I mean, don't get caught up in these women that's like, I need a man to line me. He got to keep me. He got to make sure I got this. I shouldn't have to work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That's I'm sorry. That's lazy people. That's just, you don't have no goals. Because if you're somebody that is in a marriage and you had a past prior to meeting your partner, then you shouldn't want to be a kept woman, because a kept woman doesn't have a dream. Like, I feel like you're on a mission to go somewhere, you know, besides if that man came or not. So how can all of a sudden you get married and it's like, well, I just want to stay home and look pretty, and you buy me all these things? Like, I just don't feel like that's realistic. Like I said, I'm a goal-getter. I like to go after what I want. I like to buy myself things. I don't like to have to sit down and ask and wait and beg. It's stupid. I'm too grown for that. Like,
yeah, we ain't got time for that anyway.
You know, and I mean, there has been times where I'm like, oh, you know, you bought another cigar or something, and he's like, yeah, and I worked hard all week, and this is what I want. And I back off, because it's like, hey, it's true. He worked hard for his money. If that's what he wants to treat himself to at the end of the day, who am I to tell him not to? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same way I feel like if I go and come in, he's like, oh, he's bringing in another bag of shoes. Like, well, I was slaying like 50 faces this week. I was on my feet. If I want to be looking pretty on my feet, then that's my business.
She's a Sagittarius too, so I'm not going to bring up any unwanted
Fiery.
feelings.
I'm fiery. So, yeah, we don't get into all of that. Like, me telling him what to do with his money, him telling me what to do with mine, and just, no. Once our bills is paid, our savings is looking great, we getting all of our goals accomplished, that's all we care about.
Yeah, we don't have a joint account. We move too fast anyway. We got our own accounts.
I think we also too both have like low control issues. Like
Yeah.
we both like to know what's coming in, and he knows what's coming in on his end every week, and I know what's coming in on mine every week. And I feel the same with him, so maybe that's why we get along too. Is that I can't combine mine, and he don't want to combine his. Like
Not necessary. As long as things are getting paid on time.
He'd be like, here, take care of the house with this. I'm gonna put this here and do what I gotta do.
Thank God for Cash App, man. Save me so much footwork.
So that's how we run things. I mean, people with the joint account, that's great and everything like that. I said, as long as we meet the end goal, we get our house, all our bills are paid. I don't care about joint accounts and all that stuff. Like, he's a finance guy. You know, I'm about my business. Like, we just both have, we like having that control over our individual accounts. That's just things that we like as individuals. We came together with that. And he's like, oh, you feel like that? I feel like that too? Good. We agree. That's it. So, gender roles, I don't think they exist. It's all based on the household and the individual. Don't try to do what we do for you, because it may not work for you. It may not work for your personality type.
Yeah.
Maybe you are someone who's used to a guy taking care of you. Not saying that my husband doesn't. He obviously does, but I'm just saying that some women are used to being kept, you know? Where somebody's giving them money every week and stuff like that. You know, if that's you, then there's some guys that don't want their wife to work. They want to just stay home and raise the children and cook and clean. So, you know, it's whatever.
Cultures, how you raised, it varies.
Exactly. But gender roles work for each individual differently. So that's how I feel about that.
Makes sense. I agree. The truth. I mean, wherever the boat floats.
So that addressed that topic. But stay tuned. We have so many more coming. And you guys keep sending us on Instagram, Snapchat, emails, everything. Commenting under our videos. We love it. Like, you know, we are an open book, somewhat. You know, you can't tell everybody everything. But, you know, keep hitting us with some comments and, you know, these topics. Because sometimes your topics opens up a door for us of things that we never thought about. So keep bringing them in. Don't feel like you shouldn't ask. Ask away. We love it. So thank you.
All right, guys. We'll keep coming up with those episodes. Just stay tuned. We got more for you.
All right, signing out.
Peace.